Hello, hello. Old Dad here, and this is the weekly wrap up. This is where we talk about everything that's happened in the week. And the big question is did tag team wrestling really win out this week? Let's get to that after the intro. So, let's start out with the best part of wrestling this week was the hug. You can't even deny it. Now, I do want to point out that on Facebook and on Instagram, it showed them to where they were all together in the ring, and that was exciting. I was very excited, but I do want to keep in mind they were bad guys. Roman Reigns was not a good guy. He was a bad guy. So was Jimmy and Jay. They were a big group of bad guys. Now, can they be good guys? Possibly. And then there's bad guys versus good guys. I wouldn't mind bad guys versus bad guys. I wouldn't mind Roman Reigns coming out and then I don't know, but I'm anxious to see where it's going. I'm glad that the Usos are back together. That was good because I really want to see the Usos versus the Machine Guns, Motor City Machine Guns or whatever. And by the way, tag team wrestling this week by far beats out everything else. Now, some of the matches, they announced the one match to where it's going to be 4 tag teams that's going to be going up for the titles and stuff. If that was broken into 3 matches, these two, and then those 2, I'd be all for it. But that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people in the ring. I don't know if I'm going to be down with that, but between Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee and the Motor City Machine Guns, tag team wrestling ruled wrestling this week. And Motor City Machine Guns win it. That's some of the best tag team wrestling that I've seen since the Minnesota Wrecking Crew. And I'm talking Ole and Arn Anderson. Because when those two would wrestle another team, you would be just like, yeah, he ain't using his arm for another week or two. I mean, like, they would pick a body part and just destroy it. It was beautiful. And I'm not taking off of Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson. They were fantastic, just not as good as Ole and Arn. And Motor City Machine Guns is the best tag team wrestling I've seen since then. So that's saying something. That is saying something. Now, was there a lot of great tag teams along the way? Absolutely. Am I taking away from Legion of Doom? No, but I am putting them behind these guys. As far as tag team moves and tag team wrestling, yeah, they are so in sync. It's amazing. Anyway, the hug wins out in wrestling. Now, as far as my real life, I made soup again. And I made turkey. So I had a turkey and I had some soup. Was it turkey soup? No, it was the same soup as last week. Didn't taste quite the same, but it was still really good. Actually, in some ways better, some ways not as good. It's soup. But the turkey turned out fantastic. And as far as the negative thing that happened this week, let's put a little positive spin on this. My brother went to see my mother, and they're now in heaven. And that was a little bit of sad for old Dad. Outside of all that and the negative there, it was a good week as far as wrestling. It was a good week as far as my son. My son came over. He hung out a lot. That's why I thought of the thing earlier in the week where I was saying about when me and my son watch wrestling, it always turns out to be a wrestling match. Now, listen, old dad's old. So when young lad goes to old dad, it hurts. It ain't like back when he was little. When he was little, young lad, he would be punching on me and stuff like that, and it'd be fun and it'd be funny. Now he punches me, it hurts. But all that aside, I had a really good week. My boss was really good with working with me and made sure that everything and the people I worked with and everybody on Facebook and everything like that. So this bad thing that's happened in my life has a little bit of a positive spin. It's been a little hard to deal with. The one day that it happened was the same day that Jimmy and Jay hugged, so I needed that. I really didn't need that at that time because it was a rough day. So that hug and that smackdown really helped me out. That is another positive thing about wrestling. It just takes you away. Who do you think's going to win, Gunther or Cody Rhodes? Now, Cody Rhodes seems like he's confident. He seems like Gunther's got to win this. Gunther's got some lifespan going. Gunther's got this whole big... I'm not saying Cody Rhodes is almost out or anything like that. I'm just saying Gunther's the man. You can't say... I can't see Gunther winning. I can't see... Not Gunther. I can't see Cody winning. Gunther is just going to destroy him. He better destroy him. I'll be like old dad's old dad, where I'll be just like, I'm not watching it anymore if Cody wins. No, but seriously, and I've liked the bad guys a lot in watching wrestling growing up. I've liked the bad guys a lot now. I want Gunther to win. I do. And as far as that whole build up for Randy Orton and stuff like that, you're not going to tell me he liked Randy Orton more than he liked Sami Zayn. But I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. No matter how you spin that, it's going to be a good match. If they were just like, we're friends, we want to be on this show, let's just go at it, it would be a good match. They don't have to become enemies for it. He's due to be a bad guy. And heck, to be fair, Randy Orton's due to be a bad guy. And he was kind of looking at the title. You think to yourself, he might be turning too. So what was your favorite part of the week? What was the greatest thing? Leave a comment below. Make old dad smile. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Share it with a friend. Thank you. And I will see you next time. Later.